Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Shocking first pic of Chrisley after prison release. Chrisley knows best reality star Chrisley and her husband, Todd, are both free after spending more than 2 years in prison. The couple was granted a complete and unconditional pardon by President Trump on Wednesday. After he officially signed the paperwork, both Todd and Julie were released from their separate prisons. Chrisley has been sharing updates with fans, but Todd and Julie's faces were not shown. Now, a picture has been released of Julie leaving prison, and it's quite shocking. Keep reading to get more details. Julie and Todd Chrisley were finally released from prison on Wednesday evening after President Trump officially signed off on their pardon. The couple was being held in different prisons and had not seen or spoken to each other in more than 2 years. Up until now, there have not been any photos of the two of them that showed their faces. Now, a photo has emerged of Julie leaving prison, and her appearance is quite shocking. The photo shared of Julie reveals her looking completely different than she did when she entered the facility. Fans are used to seeing the Chrisley knows best star with blonde hair and always dressed well. When Julie made her way out and about in Nashville, she was photographed getting into a car. She was smiling from ear to ear. However, she looked very different. Gone was the perfectly cut blonde hair she previously sported. She now had dark brown hair with gray throughout. This was her natural hair color, which fans had never seen. The Chrisley knows best couple has a lot of time to make up for. Savannah said, "My parents have not spoken to each other, heard each other's voices, or seen each other in the past 2.5 years. She went on to say, "Their 29th wedding anniversary was May 25, so we're only a few days out from that. So when they reunite, we're going to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, Christmases, all the things, because we're going to make up for lost time." This was the first time she had been photographed since her shocking release. Savannah has been sharing updates since they got their exciting news from President Trump. Most recently, she shared a photo of her mom and dad finally being reunited. The Instagram story did not show their faces, but showed their legs, and they were sitting in chairs facing one another. No doubt, once Todd and Julie have time alone with their family and with each other, they will speak out. Savannah Chrisley has worked hard to clear her parents' names and get them released from prison. She was their biggest advocate. She finally did it. What do you think about the shocking photo of Julie Chrisley leaving a butcher shop in Nashville following her prison release? Stay tuned for more updates. In a twist no one saw coming, the world got its first glimpse of Julie Chrisley following her unexpected early release from prison. And it's safe to say jaws dropped nationwide. The former reality TV star, known for her Southern charm and ever-composed demeanor, now presents a figure that's both startlingly unrecognizable and deeply compelling. Captured stepping out of a quiet halfway house in rural Kentucky, Julie was photographed for the first time in nearly 2 years. The image, grainy yet powerful, spread like wildfire across the internet within hours, igniting speculation, admiration, and heated debates. But what exactly made the photo so shocking? To begin with, Julie's appearance is starkly different from her polished reality TV days. Gone are the flawlessly coiffed blonde curls and perfectly coordinated outfits. Instead, the photo reveals a woman dressed simply, gray sweats, a plain white t-shirt, and no trace of makeup. Her once bright and buoyant face is now leaner, bearing the unmistakable mark of introspection. Her hair, now a muted, natural brown, was tied back loosely, suggesting a departure from vanity and towards something more grounded. But the shock factor isn't just about her looks. It's the story written across her face, a mix of resilience, quiet sadness, and undeniable transformation. The fall of a Southern belle. Julie Chrisley, along with her husband Todd, rose to fame through the hit USA Network show Chrisley Knows Best. Viewers fell in love with the Chrisleys' over-the-top Southern lifestyle, snappy one-liners, and their unshakable family bond. But in 2022, things came crashing down when both Julie and Todd were convicted on federal charges of tax evasion and bank fraud. Sentenced to serve multiple years in separate federal prisons, the couple was pulled from the spotlight just as abruptly as they'd entered it. Julie's sentence was initially set for 7 years, but early in 2025, rumors began swirling that she might be released ahead of schedule due to good behavior, prison overcrowding, and a broader revaluation of nonviolent offender policies. On June 13th, those whispers became reality. The picture that broke the internet. The image, snapped by a freelance photographer camped outside the halfway house, wasn't glamorous. Julie wasn't posing. In fact, she didn't appear to know she was being photographed at all. She was holding a reusable grocery bag, walking toward a black SUV with tinted windows. Her posture, slightly hunched, guarded, suggested a woman not only stepping back into the world, but shielding herself from it. Yet it was the eyes that captivated viewers. They seemed clearer, sharper, perhaps even defiant. This wasn't the pampered housewife reality TV had sold to America. This was a woman who'd faced the abyss and was learning to stand tall again. Within hours, social media was flooded with reactions. Some fans expressed heartbreak, others support, but many were simply stunned. "I almost didn't recognize her," one user wrote on Twitter. "It's not just the physical change, it's like she's not the same person. She looks like someone who's been through something." "It's humbling," another commented on Instagram, alongside the photo that had already racked up 1.2 million likes. Life behind bars. Julie's time in the Lexington Federal Correctional Institution reportedly involved cooking in the prison kitchen, attending therapy sessions, and mentoring younger inmates. According to sources close to the family, she also became deeply involved in prison ministry, leading Bible study sessions twice a week. She found her faith again on a deeper level than before, a family friend said anonymously. It kept her grounded. Letters from Julie to her children, particularly Savannah and Grayson, have surfaced in recent months. They're handwritten, raw, and filled with both regret and hope. In one, she wrote, "Prison stripped everything I used to hide behind. My clothes, my house, my image. I found Julie underneath all that. And honestly, I'm still figuring her out." What's next? Speculation now turns to Julie's future. Will she attempt to return to television? Write a memoir? Disappear from the public eye entirely? One thing is clear. Her reappearance has reignited public interest in the Chrisley family saga. Todd remains incarcerated, but their daughter Savannah has taken over guardianship of her younger siblings and has been vocal about the injustices she believes her parents suffered. In a recent podcast episode, Savannah addressed her mother's release. "My mom is home, or almost home, and that means everything." She's not the same person who walked into that prison, and I think that's a good thing. I think we all needed to be broken to rebuild stronger. Insiders say Julie is unlikely to return to reality television anytime soon. Instead, she's reportedly considering working with advocacy groups focused on prison reform and women's reentry programs.